My name is Jeffrey Karabin, and welcome to Ethics. Philosophy 102R. I am going to be your guide through our journey together, and I'm looking forward to it this fall 2015. The course is going to run August 31st through December 11th, and let me get right into the syllabus and try to do that as directly and quickly as possible. There's three places you can actually find the syllabus on the NU Learn page. There's going to be a folder on the main page that has syllabus. There'll also be a tab that says syllabus, and I will email you the syllabus as well, so you should already have that. If you need to get in contact with me for whatever reason, my number is 516-669-6055, and you can email me at karabing@newman.edu. All right, so online course, we'll be interacting electronically, a lot of discussion boards. We're going to do some multimedia type of stuff as well. And NU Learn, the Blackboard page, is going to be your home page, and reference it, look at it daily. Office hours. So I'm going to be in my office, 300B Bachman, on Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Also on Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 2:30, and I can certainly meet by appointment as well. All right, so for this course, you're going to need three texts, three books. One is Ethics, the Basics by John Mazzoni. Second one is Catholic and Franciscan Ethics, again by Professor Mazzoni. And the third one is a reading packet that you will pick up in the bookstore. You need the reading packet and the Mazzoni book immediately. The Catholic Franciscan Ethics you have a little bit more time with. Okay, so what are we doing? What's the course description? Essentially, what we're trying to do here is explore basic kind of ethical themes, ethical questions. What does it mean to be good? What does it mean to be bad? And what makes a good person? What makes a bad person? And we want to explore a variety of approaches in answering that question. Now, in this particular course, we're going to explore all those questions with a particular theme. That theme is, how much time and energy should I spend on myself versus others? Every discussion, every reading, every lecture, every PowerPoint, everything we do in this course is related back to that question. How much time and energy should I spend on myself versus others? Can I spend too much time on myself, and if so, why? You know, what is the reason? What is the criteria? If I spend all my time on others, is that wrong as well? So that's what we're going to be focusing on, and the course is broken up into themes. My goals for this course are three basic goals. One, I want you to become more thoughtful. So I want you to leave this class better able to question yourself, better able to think about why you believe what you believe, and why others believe what they believe as well. Second, I want you to become better at creating arguments. So if you don't want to write, if you don't want to become better at making arguments, then this is definitely not the course for you. I suggest that you transfer out. But if you do want to improve that skill, then we're going to be working on it quite a bit. And it's a skill that I really focus on because, one, students today generally tend to be pretty poor at it, but two, it's a skill that will last forever. You know, you can build it into any profession that you enter. Your ability to make arguments, your ability to convince others of your point of view is really fundamental and important. The third goal, is content outcomes. So again, I hope you're following along the syllabus on your computer as we do this. So the content we want to get out of this is list some fundamental ethical questions, explain the manner in which philosophers seek answers to these questions. We want to explain and distinguish different views on some ethical questions. We want to describe some fundamental aspects of the Catholic Franciscan tradition as it applies to these questions. We want to talk about why doing ethics, the way philosophers do, is important and can be valuable. And finally, we want to comprehend basic philosophic texts. Okay, how are you going to be graded? How are you going to be evaluated? Your grade comes down to a total of 5 highest grades. Now, there's 6 total grades in this course. Your 5 highest count. That means your lowest individual grade drops. The only thing that cannot be dropped is the final paper and the discussion boards. So the other 4 items, one of those 4 can be dropped. Your discussion board. You know, this is going to be the heart of the course because this is how we're going to communicate. This is how you're going to learn about the ideas of your classmates. And that discussion board, each week there'll be a question, there'll be a prompt, maybe multiple questions and prompts. you are required to post 4 times within that week. Each post should be at least 5 to 7 sentences and should be directly related either to the post question, the prompt, or to one of your classmates. One of your responses has to be a kind of direct response to the prompt. One of your posts has to be a direct response to one of your classmates, and the other 2 can be either response to the post, to the prompt, or your classmates. Your second grading component is your quiz average. So quizzes will be based on the readings and class discussions from the previous week, as well as the readings for the coming week. So a lot of the questions, most of the questions are based on what we did, covering material that we went over. But I also expect you to read, and that quiz just checks that. Your lowest individual quiz drops, it won't count against you. Short assignments. So these are going to be the written or video form of the course. You can turn in the written short assignments via Turnitin. And I'm going to be talking a lot about these short assignments in a different video. But essentially, the written short assignments is a 2-page or more discussion of a question, one of multiple questions I'll give you. And the video short assignment is simply a 4 to 5 minute video, you discussing that question. There will be a midterm exam, so that's covering the material in the first half of this course. And there's also going to be living ethics. So living ethics, I'm going to assign you ethical tasks to complete throughout the course, and then you are going to reflect on them. You're going to talk about your experience and then comment on the experience of others. And then finally, there's a final paper. This is a 6 to 8 page paper, and what it's going to do is expand upon one of your short assignments. The grades, 90 to a 100 is an A, 87 to 89.999999999 is a B plus, 80 to an 86.9999999 is a B, so on down the line. You have to cut off the grade somewhere, so that is where I did. Policy on deadlines, get it in the day it is due. Grade changes, if you think I've messed up, if you think I should reconsider something, by all means, send me a paragraph explanation of why you deserve a higher grade. There's a section here on the syllabus on academic honesty, and essentially that's key. It's key to our interactions with each other. It's key to forming community, and it's certainly key in this course. I'm really going to focus on no plagiarism. Plagiarism is a form of theft, and you're not to do it. Professional behavior and development. This is something that generally is more of a classroom-based issue. In this course, what you really want to look out for is net etiquette. So talking to each other online civilly, respecting each other's opinions, which doesn't necessarily mean agreeing. I applaud and I hope and I encourage you to disagree with each other, but do so in a respectful manner. And there's a net etiquette button on the NU Learn page, and you'll be expected to read that as well. All right, there is that form of extra credit in this course. So many times today, we're stressed out. We got a million things to do, and maybe that's one of the reasons you're taking an online course, because you've got just a ton of stuff going on. I hear you. And the extra credit is a way to reflect, try to clear your mind a little bit. So what you would do for extra credit is you take 10 to 15 minutes during the week, and you spend it in a period of quiet time, whether that's prayer, whether that's just meditation, whether that's just deep breathing, whether that's sitting peacefully on a park bench, whatever it is, cell phone off, just reflecting. There is then a Reflective Journals tab on the NU Learn homepage, and you simply write a brief description of what that reflective exercise was like that week. Maybe you say it was terrible, it was awful, it was a waste of time. Maybe you said, I really learned something about myself, or I needed this, or here's really what I was thinking about. Just about the experience. What was that experience like? If you do 10 of these throughout the semester, that would count as an extra 100% on your overall grade. It would count the same as like if you got 100% on your midterm exam. It would be the same as if you got 100% on your final paper. So it's a good thing, and it helps you reflect, helps you, I think, live a little bit better, and also taps into this idea of becoming more thoughtful, one of the course goals. All right, so the class calendar, again, I hope you're following this along on your computer. We're going to begin section 1 with radical egotism. This is the real focus on you, being egotistical, being self-interested. You are the center of the world. And we're going to spend the first 4 weeks covering that, as well as just introducing the more general concept of ethics. Section 2 begins on September 28th, so it's week 5. And this is the idea that self-interest can lead to morality. Slightly different than the first section, and we'll be covering a guy named Blaise Pascal, a French philosopher. Section 3 is moral duty. In this section, we're going to explore moral theories that don't necessarily put your self-interest at the center. They're trying to come up with a universal ethics, give you a set of rules or principles which everyone could follow. We begin with utilitarianism. Then we move on to Immanuel Kant. We then move on to natural law moral theory. Our section 4. So this will begin November 2nd. That's week 10. This is the idea of complete altruism. So giving yourself completely, totally devoting yourself to another. Is this right or is this wrong? Our general inclination is to say it's right. But why that's the case, we'll explore. Week 11, we're actually going to watch a movie and talk about the movie, think about it, and you'll have a choice of which movie that is, either Gran Torino, The Mission, or The Truman Show, maybe a fourth, if I come up with a fourth by that time. Section 5, week 12, we're going to study a thing called virtue ethics. And here I describe this section of the course as self and other, establishing a balance. So here you're not totally about others, you're not totally about yourself, but you have a balanced approach, and we'll explore whether that is worthwhile. We're also going to explore Catholic Franciscan ethics as part of this theme. The 6th section of the course, and the final week of the course, is what I call letting go of egotism and ethic of openness, and we're going to study a guy named Gabriel Marcel. And here the idea is to develop the kind of capacity and personality that you become less focused on yourself and just more able, not totally devoted to others, but more able to be open to others and to their values and to their importance. So that is the syllabus. Again, if you have any particular questions on the syllabus, let me know. Your first quiz is going to be based on the syllabus. At least that's going to be a major part of it. So read it, know it, and again, I look forward to this journey.